All right, so last episode we took on Athletic Bilbao here in the Copa del Rey semi-finals. The first leg here, as you'll see here in a second, ended 3-3. And again, it was rather frustrating. We should have won this game fairly comfortably, but they did manage to score 3 goals against us. And as you can see, got a late goal here. The C let them make it 3-3 to get a draw in the first leg. The second leg, though, we did batter Bilbao here, beating them 3-0, I believe, in this leg, scoring some incredible goals in the first one. A great long shot there, some great passing play there. And the last goal from Pepper was an incredible long shot. But let's get into today's episode, which is going to be the Season 1 finale. And hopefully, first of all, win the Copa del Rey and achieve a top 4 finish in La Liga. And as you can see, to start the episode, we're currently at 4th place in the table. We're hoping we can finish there at the end of this episode as well. And our next game's going to be against Sevilla. We're going to play this one at home. They're currently 8th in the table. They can see far behind us, so they're a team to worry about. But Villarreal are only 1 point behind us in the table. So if we beat Sevilla here and Villarreal lose their game, and I believe who are they facing? They face Betis on the 13th. So they're not going to be an easy game, despite Betis in the series being down in 13th and not having a great season. Let's get into this one against Sevilla, though. We also have the Copa del Rey final against Villarreal later, so we do have to face them in this episode, and also have some tough games, as you'll see, against Bilbao and Betis as well to end the season. And hopefully by this point, we'll most likely play Bilbao, because I feel like we need to play those. But the other games are against Getafe, Las Palmas, Alaves, and obviously also against the likes of Vallecano and Espanyol. I feel like we should be able to win those games and see ourselves finish 4th in the table and get Champions League football. Our team's looking incredible. Let's get into this game against Sevilla, and hopefully start the episode with a big win and guarantee ourselves 3 points and give ourselves just an extra bit of comfort in that position in the league. So if you're going to enjoy the video, drop a like and please subscribe to the channel on the road to 2,000 subscribers. All hope getting this greatly appreciated, and obviously turn notifications to the videos and check out the other content I post there on the channel. A bunch of rebooks you can check out. There should be a rebook coming out tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, or the day after, with Stoke City that I've been working on. I need to just finish editing and get together and put together, and it should be out on the channel pretty soon. But you can see for this game, we're going to put Sinister in the starting 11, so I do feel like I want to use his pace in this game against the backline of Sevilla, just to see if we can get any clear chances that way. Hugo Duro, by the way, as you saw last episode, is having an insane season. He's got 28 goals and like 5 assists or something like that. He's like our best player by in stats wise by far. Like no one else is near to him in terms of his goal output in this team. Let's get into this one up Mestalla against Sevilla here, and hopefully get the 3 points like I mentioned. Have a getter. Hugo Duro, lovely pass through. We're looking for Sinisterra, but there's Pedrosa, good defending. Player that possibly could look into as a backup player. We don't really need a backup left, but we've got Vasquez, who's 74 rated, if I'm not mistaken, or 70-something rated, if I'm not mistaken. But we do need a backup right back next season, because Max Aarons will go back to Bournemouth, and we haven't signed him on a permanent basis. Similar to Valencia, he's going to go back to Aston Villa. And that's going to be a free kick for us in a decent position, as the Ansu Fati was cut off there. And Pepelu hasn't scored a free kick in the series due to his shot power not being the highest. But hopefully here, if I full power this one, and whack this top left-hand corner, hopefully we can score it. And Pepelu, I thought that bounced in. The goalkeeper was beaten. But it is just wide of the post. And Peke doing well up against Jose Gala. It's a decent cross there, but Ijuk was nowhere near it, and luckily Correa can take that down and get it out here. Now Ansu Fati here. It's a good season for us. Hugo Duro. Can't really find him on the return board here, but we'll go out wide here to Jose Gaya, the captain of the team. Got a good cross on him, looking for Sinisterra. Sinisterra's crept in, he shoots, but Nada makes a save, and I think he might have been offside. The pass was meant for Hugo Duro to begin with. It's a good move there, but unfortunately Sinisterra was just about offside. Actually out injured from that little challenger where he got the ball. And we're conceded from that. A core scores to make it 1-0 to Sevilla. And I'm going to give Ansu Fati 10 minutes to run it off, but I'm not sure how we got injured from that. Like, literally, there was no contact on him. Like, the player got the ball. It was such a small little challenge that shouldn't have been anything, but somehow Fati got injured from it. Sevilla showing why they're a decent team. They're 8th in the table, so obviously they're not a bad team, but we should beat them. Lovely play. Ansu Fati's run off his injury. Hugo Duro scores to make it 1-1. That was incredible football there. I was thinking about doing a triangle there and find Sinisterra, but I saw the pass back into Hugo Duro, was on there with Ansu Fati and played it back into him. And Duro, who if transfers are made next season, will bring in Ekitike, as you guys want me to do, may not be our first team striker, but stats-wise and performances-wise, I feel like he deserves a chance next season. I feel like we don't need to sign Ekitike straight away. I feel like we definitely should give him a chance and maybe bring in Ekitike in January if Hugo Duro isn't doing great. and maybe bringing Ekitike and just rotate them in and out of the team depending on who plays better. I see Hugo Doro's not got a pace, but he's got incredible shot power. Not shot power, but finishing capabilities in front of goal. As his 20th-something goal of the season. They've had a great season for us. It's one of the reasons why we are where we are in the table, because he's been getting a bunch of goals, especially in sim games and in played games as well. Here goes Comona, whipped into the box there, but there's Ustavoda. It's been quietly just incredible in the defensive position. Obviously centre back, Jose Gaya, Ansu Fati here, driving forward. It's a good cross, but the defender's going to get there, but it's headed out. Like, crossing and heading is really bad, but like, there's normal passing has also taken a hit for some reason. Oscar Glauch hits it, and that's going to be just wide of the post, though. So maybe his name actually is Adams. Oh, Ansu Fati, please score the end of the... Oh, that was incredible. We need to see that again. I'm going to defend that, but that was incredible. That deserved a goal. This was just... That is not what I wanted to do. What did I... Let me go back. No, what did I do? I can't remember. I went to press hide UI and it went into like the camera mode. Sometimes I feel like in this game, just when you press shoot, that's incredible there. Right here, I'm telling him to shoot. Granted, the ball's a little bit away from him, but I feel like he could definitely shoot here, especially right here. He could take the shot. You know what I mean? He could definitely swing his left foot at that and get the shot away, but he's taking forever to do so. And that's what just stops us from scoring there. But that bit of skill was incredible from Ansu Fati there. Have we get it? Oh, how was that pass got intercepted by Peke? Oh no, oh no, oh no, the player switching's gone all over the place. And what should be big save needed? He's dove out the way of it. He actually dove out the way of that one. We went from having a shot at the opposite end to conceding again in this game. And Marshall literally, he didn't have to move. He could have just stood there and it would have saved it. The ball was coming straight at him, but he dove out of the way. Part of me is actually glad we're going to get rid of him next season. Not going to lie, he's not been that great for us this season. At the start he was, but the higher rated he's got, I feel like he's made more errors. Weirdly, Oscar Glauch hits the post. Pepperloo, can you score? Pepperloo denied by Nyland in goal, the former Watford goalkeeper, if I'm not mistaken. And that's like what it shouldn't have been as bad as it was in this game. Because it wasn't bad at the start. Here's Oscar Glauch, who smacks it into the back of the net. And it's 2-2 here. And he has been so good for us in this team. Obviously, replacing Andre Almeida. I do like Andre Almeida, by the way. He was actually pretty good for us in the first episode. But you guys wanted to see Oscar Glauch get signed for the team, so we brought him in. And he has been unbelievable for us in the team. 77 rated. That's a really good opponent overall. Like I expected. I thought he'd be like 79 rated by now in this series, but he's only 77 rated, but performing like an 80 plus rated player. And we take, we're going level in this game again here. Again, I feel like we should be winning. Sevilla haven't been bad. They definitely could deserve a point here. Obviously, the goal they scored to make it 2-2, we should have stopped, but other than that, they've been decent, and that's going to be offside against them. And here he goes again. He just feels like he's just wants to get under to the ball. Here's Javiguera. Sinistero, lovely turn there. Sinistero, near post shot, Nyland makes a save. The Norwegian shot stopper denies the Colombian. Sergio Carmona does well there to find Luca Bacchio. Carmona trying to use a bit of pace, but this Jose guy good defending. A bit of magic from the Colombian would be incredible. He's still going here. Sinistero, but there's Marcao. Can we get the ball? Jabril So to Saul, and they're going to play for the point. I feel like Nianzu, got to head that. You've got to head that. Mosquera, but it's not going to go to one of our players somehow. There we go. Pepperloo. Charlotte. Referee, nah. You can't call it there. A point, like I said, isn't bad. Sevilla, their second goal they shouldn't have scored, but they weren't bad in this game. They only had 2 shots. We had 9 and couldn't score more than 1 goal. Javiguera, man of the match, to be fair, he played great. He was kind of having a quiet game, but he did great in the midfield. I see Oscar Glauch with a goal. Hugo Doros scored as well. Ansu Fati only get a 7.7 is kind of bad. Like, I feel like he should have got higher rated than that, but overall, a point isn't bad, but we should have won this game. Definitely, we should have won this game. However, up against Villa Corner here, we'll pick up a 3-0 win away from home with Hugo Doro scoring twice here, and also Ansu Fati getting a goal in this game. And our second team at home against Espanyol picked up a point here with Valencia getting a point for us in this game, and Alex Kral scoring for Espanyol. And now it's time here for the Copa del Rey final up against Villarreal. So we're expected to reach this final this season. We're expected to finish in the we'll reach the round of 16 by the board objective, but somehow we made it all the way through to the final. Now I give that up to the fact that Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid were knocked out by other teams other than us. We didn't play against them in this competition. The biggest team we faced was Athletic Bilbao in the semi-finals. We beat them to get to this final here. Let's get into this one up against Villarreal here at the Bernabeu, and hopefully lift our first trophy this season and prove that Valencia are back to win the silverware in Spain. A Valencia player, and it's Baena, a big talent, into Nicolas Pepe, who shoots some range on Marshall very much a good save there. Having got a good turn in midfield there. Ansu Fati, Oscar Glauch here to Jose Gaya. Jose Gaya driving near post. Ball back across, blocked there by a defender 1-4. That was going to go to Ansu Fati there for a tap in. No doubt from Oscar Glauch here. Ball back post, hosted up to Oosterwolde, and their goalkeeper needs to do better there. But the Dutchman puts us 1-0 up here. The 6'4", 90 pace defender who has been incredible for us in this series scores again. He scored last episode for a rather scrappy goal from a corner, but this one has more quality to it. The cross from Oscar Glauch is incredible there, back post. And Oosterwolde was uncontested in the air and finds the back of the net, and maybe their goalkeeper actually doesn't need to do better. Yeah, no, that's a good header from Oosterwolde. From the angle we saw it out, looked like it went straight at our goalkeeper, but there's a good header there from Oosterwolde to make it 1-0 to us. Pepe to Barry shoots, and that's going to be Marshall. I feel like should have caught that one, but he's going to parry, and thankfully Correa's got the pace to keep that in play. Glauch here, the overlap here to Correa, who hits it first time. The Portuguese fullback denied by the Brazilian shot stopper in net. I think that's the Brazilian goalkeeper assigned. Pepe denied there by Jose Gaya. And Gaya on the turn there finds Oscar Glauch into Ansu Fati. Fati trying to poke that through, but it's going to be defended by Costa. Pepelu, good control, hits it, blocks it, it's going to fall back to him, and he shoots and scores. Fortunes on our side in this game, because that shouldn't have happened realistically. It fell back to Pepelu. I mean, it could happen IRL, it does happen where stuff like that happens when the shot is blocked by a defender. But somehow, I think we're actually going to get an assist there for maybe Hugo Doro. I'm not too sure who that was there, fighting for the ball there against a very hard defender, because we'll see here. That might go down as an assist. It does come off Hugo Doro. It might be an assist for him. I actually want to find out. Is that an assist for Hugo Doro? So it comes off him. Oscar Glauch with the assist, Jose Gaya. So, wait. So, it's going to be... it was actually Oscar Glauch that made ricochet off. So, he gets the assist for literally just having a ball hit off him. But it's going to come here too. Oscar Glauch, great dribbling from him, but that's going to be good defending from Costa. So, everyone could get a bit of room to take a shot, but didn't really have the room to do so. Good defending there from Mosquera. Jose Gaya, trying to find Ansu Fati there, but the pass wasn't really the best angle for him. Pepe blocked by Gaya, and that's going to be a hard time. Well, Ansu Fati's in here. A great start to the second half. Sorry, Ansu Fati's denied by the goalkeeper. I thought I'd just try that at the start of the second half there, just a through ball through. Oscar Glauch, it almost worked out for us, but we get a corner here. That's Glauch here. So we did score from a corner earlier for our first goal. So for our more honours in this one. And Pepelu, it's a great pass there to Ansu Fati. Good move there from him. That was almost worked out perfectly, but Costa blocks it. Against his former team here. He's actually doing quite well despite being a player with no pace, but there's good defending from Jose Gaya. Honestly, he's been so good in this game, shown why he's the captain. Oscar Glauch. Ansu Fati, that's good defending there from them. Just tricking back there and putting an extra man in that position. Pepper the intercepts, but it still goes through to Jose Perez, and he scores and puts them back in it. Jose Perez, of all players, who at times at Newcastle was a great player, but obviously he didn't really find consistency in this game. And I believe that should be a pretty good play for Real, if I'm not mistaken, but it's poor from us. We should have defended this. It's a good finish. Can't take anything away from that. It's a great shot and a great goal, but we should have stopped him from getting to that position to begin with. Lopez. Glauch hits it. Keeper makes a good save. Here goes Pepe. Valencia going to make a comeback in this game. Havigetta, great defender to stop that from happening there. Now Ansu Fati can drive here. Ansu Fati has Hugo Dora ahead of him. It's a good pass into him. Dora's got no one to find with a pass, but he's going to go back to Ansu Fati here. He's actually not, he's going to go to Pepelu. Reverse ball, Fati's probably offside. Yes, he is. Jose Perez has been the best player since coming off the bench. That's going to be a heavy touch, and we're going to go out for a throw into us. Lopez has done well there, but Cotona has done well to recover there. That's a good pass through into Pepe. Pepe. And Walsh, a really good save. He didn't dive out of the way that one, thankfully for us. Oscar Glauch hits it, blocked by Raul Albiol, the former Real Madrid defender and Napoli defender, if I'm not mistaken, but very hard defender. He's going to get a free kick here. Pepelu to finally get a free kick goal in the series. It would be nice to get one here. To the Sears seal this game. Pepelu denied by the goalkeeper. I thought that was it. I thought that went in. Federer here trying to get one last attack here. Out wide to Jeremy Pino, who should be starting in the team, but for some reason was on the bench for the whole game up until now. Ball into the back stick. Parejo. Shot taken, blocked by Correa. And the referee should call it here. Lacazette, good block by Oosterwolde. Come on, lads. No, surely not. Oosterwolde, thank you. And there we go. We'll win the Copa del Rey. Something I didn't expect at the start of the season, considering also in this game, by the way, the fact it's gone to the 95th minute, considering the last game we just played, we was about to go on the attack and possibly score a goal to win the game. And the referee in this game played an extra 3 minutes when the game against Sevilla, whoever the referee was to that one, called it literally instantly as soon as he could, even though it was on the attack. But win the Copa del Rey. And like I was saying, this was so far off my expectations list. I thought we was going to finish like 6th for the season or 5th, get Conference League or Europa League football, but we're in a position to finish in Champions League football. We've overachieved this season, and it's possibly been down to, we've had some great performances, but obviously in sim games as well, having an 88 rated goalkeeper massively improves your odds of winning games. So obviously when we lose him next season in Moshevili, some of the games we're going to sim are going to go against us most likely, but we win the Copa del Rey here, and Valencia are back to winning trophies in Spain. We should love to see Jose Gaya, the captain, gets to lift it. He had a great game by the way at left back. It was incredible for us in this game, and it's been great all season long. And here at the Bernabeu, Valencia lift the Copa del Rey. Let's see it. We've got 1 or 2 more games to play in this episode to see us hopefully finish 4th in the league. Let's get into those and hopefully secure ourselves Champions League football as well as this domestic trophy here. And you love to see it. Our second team here pick up between the winning against Las Palmas with Gonzalo Guedes and Ivan James getting goals in this game to see us stay ahead of Villarreal, who are currently 2 points behind us before this win here. And at home against Getafe, we'll pick up a 4-2 winner with Ivan James coming off the bench and scoring 2 quick goals in this game to see us get the win in this game with Pepelu and also Oscar Glauch scoring in this one. Roman Tarat scoring for them. He's a good young talent we could look at signing possibly in this series if we need him. And unfortunately for us up against bottom of the table deputy with Alaves, we'll pick up a 1-1 draw here with their player Kelechi scoring for them to get a point later on in this game. And it's time for us to face 6th place Bilbao here. As you can see, if we do beat Bilbao, hopefully Barcelona should be Villarreal because they currently sit top of the table. Barcelona, they're having a great season. 11 points with Real Madrid is going to go down to the final few days of the game or the season for them to win the title possibly. We're going to take on Villarreal here, not Villarreal, we're going to take on Bilbao here and hopefully defeat them like we did last episode in the Copa del Rey semi-finals to see us guarantee ourselves UCL football. Let's get into this one. And hopefully Barcelona against Villarreal can do the job for us and get us, guaranteed UCL football by beating them. Obviously, we also need to do our job and beat Bilbao here. You're up against Bilbao have been the team we've faced the most in this series, to be fair. They've been our main rivals in this series so far. And so if they're looking for a quick start against us, we did not know about the Copa del Rey last episode, so they're looking to get revenge. Obviously, we went on to win that trophy, so we were a better team. And Lopez's header, it's just wide of the post. I feel like we should have scored there to open the game. We can't really find a way through now. We're just passing it around the edge of the box there. And that's going to be a free kick. No, it's not Prodas. It's apparently not giving away a free kick there, despite that definitely being a free kick. There goes Nico Williams. And Glouch steals it back off him. Love to see it, but Nico Williams steals it back. But there's Pepelu stealing it back off him. And Hugo Doro, a chance here for him to score. Hugo Doro to make it 1-0. Doro shoots and Doro scores. It's 1-0 Valencia. And that goal could have just sealed his UCL football next season, depending on if Villarreal defeat Barca. All we have to do is win. And the final game against Betis, we should sim that and get a win. So we should be guaranteed UCL football anyway if we win here and Villarreal do beat Barca. So let's go in our favour. But here, Hugo Doro makes it 1-0 to us. It's been a great start to this game. Both teams playing some nice football here. We've been a better team dominating the game. And 18 minutes in, Hugo Doro scores. And next season, we do have a bit of a dilemma to deal with. Obviously, him being our first team striker currently, and you guys wanted to see Ekatike in the team. Them two are going to fight out for the first team position, like I mentioned earlier in the episode. Boxer, but not going to whip that in. We're going to play it to the edge of the box to Oscar Glouch. Let's go play for him. Oscar Glouch hits it. Glouch hits the crossbar. Ball in here to Iñaki Williams. Gabriel Jesus shoots and scores. I thought we could block that there. I thought that we should have stopped it. Definitely we should have stopped it. Ustavada was stood directly in front of Gabriel Jesus. But somehow the Brazilian beats him with a shot. And you can see right here, I felt like we should have blocked it there. It's a good finish from the Brazilian, but obviously he should not be in the Bilbao team to begin with. Obviously being Brazilian, it's not from the Basque region of Spain or France, etc. Main rivals in the series, and we've been the better team of the two. Hugo Doro. Good play, Ansi-Fati, that should be 2-1, there we go. You can get lucky goals that you want, Bilbao, but we're going to play some nice football and score our goals to see us hopefully win this game. And that's a great wall to be filming there from the cameraman. Love to see it, incredible there. Great craftsmanship in that wall there, but it's great play off to get out the ball over the top to Hugo Doro, beats the defender, plays it across to Ansi-Fati, who's onside, it dives in, heads it goalwards, and there's a tap in for him to put us back in the lead here. Moments after going level in this one. Nico Williams. Ostavada good defending. And good control there because he did take a heavy touch there and he had to recover that one. And Cray's beaten again, no. Ball into the box, Ostavada. Heads it clear. Sunset here trying to get him back level, but there is great defending from Pepelu, but we'll lose the ball back out to Prodas though. And Prodas there going through. Ball to heavy Gabriel Jesus and Marshall got a catch up there, but thankfully he made the save anyway. Dharma to Nico Williams. Nico Williams against Mosquera now. Mosquera, but there is Correa, look the defender from him. So Correa is such a great right back in this game. Williams. Why is Ustavada run all the way away there, but thankfully recover there and stop Jesus from shooting. So I think he would have scored if he could get the shot away. Hopefully play out wider to Ansi-Fati. Lovely bit of skill there from him. Cuts inside, shot taken, blocked there by Prados there, and that's going to be their ball to try and counter with. Correa, love the interception there. Sinistera just can't really find any room at this stage of the game to break through. Iñaki Williams. Jose Guy takes him out. If it's a red card, I don't care. It's a red card for the captain, but I do not care. As long as we get this win, it's worth it. I feel like that wasn't a red card to begin with because it wasn't last man. But it's a red card for Jose Guy. But as long as we win this game, it doesn't matter. I felt like they were going to score from that one, so I had to go for that challenge. And now we can counter here. Pepelu into Sinistera. Hugo Doro back into the Colombian here. Driving through to seal the game. And my genius was that play there. We stop the attack. We get the red card of Jose Gaia. It was a sacrifice, the captain's contribution. We stop the free kick. We counter. And we get the goal we needed at the end of the game. Here, Sinistera off the bench. Gets the goal to seal Champions League football, hopefully for Valencia. We won the Copa del Rey. We finish hopefully 4th or 3rd in the table to get ourselves Champions League football. And Valencia are truly back on what a first season it's been. Obviously, it's not over yet. We've got one more game to sim against Real Betis. But Jose Gaya, gonna love the captain's contribution. They're getting that red card to stop the attack. That was that was game management there at its finest. I don't really do that much in this game, but I felt like that position there, it was necessary. And we beat Bilbao again here to prove we're better than them, and hopefully see ourselves finish in a Champions League position. And Ansu Fati and Hugo Doro should have the Man of the Match award, which is fair. They both did great. And what a game that was, and we deserve to win. And just for good measure, we beat Betis 2-1 here, to end the season off here with a big win over them, which sees us finish in UCL football. Let me show you the final table of the season, and let's go into the stats of the players to show you how they performed this campaign. And what an incredible season it was from this team here. As you can see here in a second, we finished third in the table, which you'd love to see. In the end, we were ahead of Atletico Madrid. As you can see, Barca won the league on goal difference, and Villarreal in the end finishing 8 points behind us in fifth, so it wasn't really that much of a contest in the end. But as you can see in the Copa del Rey, like we saw earlier, we did win that one against Villarreal, which was to see. So next is we get Champions League football, which hopefully means we get a decent budget to spend on new players. Obviously, our main signings we're going to bring in, obviously a new goalkeeper to replace Marshall, who's headed to Liverpool next season. So we need to replace him. Chevalier as a goalkeeper we're looking at bringing in next season. So hopefully he'll be a great goalkeeper for us. So Ivan James and Baden Shea and Max Aarons are going back from loan. And as you'll see, in terms of Ivan James, he actually has been one of our best players in the second team. He's had a great season with, I believe, like 12 goals and 4 assists, 12 goals and 3 assists from him. And Hugo Doro, 25 goals and 6 assists from him at striker. He's been incredible for us in this series. Obviously, if we do bring in Ekatike, it will be competition for him in the striking position, and hopefully can bring out the best of him. Obviously, Ansu Fati, 11 goals and 3 assists. Gonçalo Guedes, 10 goals and 1 assist. Obviously, if we don't bring back Ivan James, I'll convert Gonçalo Guedes to a left wing, and he can play as a left wing for us in this team. I think he could be a great player for us. And you see Pepelu and Oscar Collection pretty good in midfield for themselves. And Lopez, as you'll see there, not many goal contributions, but the way he plays in this team, he's such a great player. On the ball, he's a player that you don't see much of in the episode, but he's like a midfielder. You know what I mean? Like a CDM or like something like that. You don't really see them as much in the episode. He doesn't score, he doesn't really get many assists, but his overall play is incredible. You see him being like the third player to, like, he'll be the pre-assister. He'll be the guy that gets the assist to the assist, or like the pre-assist to, I mean, he's the guy that is very good at linking up play in this team. I do very much like him in the team. I see Sinisterra as well, a great backup player. We do also have Fran Perez in next season, going to get some games on him too, who hopefully will be a great player for us this season, doing great things. So our second team has been growing quite nicely in that one, going as well 76 rating. As you can see, the 22-year-old with some decent stats, looking like a great talent for us in this team. And obviously that's going to call it for season 1. So if you wanted to enjoy it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also to everything to do with this video, check out the content I post on the channel, and check out the full series playlist for the series. You can see on the screen right now. See if you want to watch from episode 1 all the way to this finale of season 1, you can do so. So next season we're going to hopefully improve this team massively, bring in a new striker and a new goalkeeper, and maybe some good backup players to replace the likes of Ivan James and Baden Shea. Like I mentioned, go back to loan to their parent clubs next season. Like I said, that's going to call it. Drop a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.